two men came to the Prophet ﷺ and accepted Islam. One of them, it was mentioned in the hadith that he was mujtahid. Yani he was very keen on doing good deeds and acts of worship. And he went to jihad. And he died as a martyr for the sake of Allah in battle. And we know this is a great virtue. The other man died a year later. He died a year later, a normal death on his bed. Talha ibn Ubaydillah, one of the Sahaba, saw these two men. He saw these two men in his dream, ru'ya, a vision. And he saw them that they were standing at the gates of heaven. And the gatekeeper allowed the person who died a year later, a normal death, he allowed him first. And then he told the person who died for the sake of Allah as a martyr, he told him, wait, this is not your time now. First, I make the other guy enter. And we know entering first in Jannah means that you are on a higher level of Jannah. Yeah? And you are rewarded, your reward is higher. And then he told, the gatekeeper told Talha ibn Ubaydillah, told him, wait, this is not your time, now go back. Talha ibn Ubaydillah woke up and he was amazed. Hey, how come? Because we know that dying as a martyr is a great virtue and he should be rewarded, his reward would be higher. So he went to the Prophet ﷺ and he asked him about this. So the Prophet ﷺ said, are you amazed by this? Didn't the other person die a year later? And he did so and so salah, and he fasted Ramadan. He fasted Ramadan. And he said, between them is like between the heaven and the earth. Yani in comparison, in difference. Allahu Akbar. And this shows us, and this is evident, that fasting in Ramadan, witnessing Ramadan and fasting Ramadan for the sake of Allah and hoping for the reward of Allah is greater and can be much greater than dying for the sake of Allah. And this shows us the greatness of Ramadan and how great this month is. And that's why the Sahaba used to, 6 months before Ramadan, they would just pray to Allah that they witness Ramadan. Allahumma ballighna Ramadan. Because they know the great rewards that Ramadan holds for them. If you, of course, fast for the sake of Allah, hoping His reward, and you do your qiyam correctly, and you do the acts of worship as prescribed and as taught by the Prophet ﷺ. I ask Allah Azza wa Jal to accept our acts of worship in this holy month.